Miller Park can be a launching pad for the Brewers, who play long ball with the best of them and are near the top of the league in home runs. Giants have used their bats to take the first 2 games of this series, and today they go for a sweep here in Milwaukee. Final game next.
We've got day baseball here in Milwaukee as we get ready for Giants baseball. This is the final game of this road trip and the final game of this 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants have won the first 2 games in this series, and now they got a shot at a sweep. They're playing good baseball, and Mike could go from a good road trip to a great road trip with a win today.
Well, indeed, 5-2 would be a great road trip, and it would make for a happy flight. And it all is going to depend on the fastball command of Ryan Vogelsong, who over in his last several starts, he's probably been the best guy in the league at pitching with the fastball. And for the Giants, they are giving every pitcher on that staff right now the luxury of being able to make a mistake because their offense is very, very potent up and down the lineup. They're going to look to maintain that same potency as they come into this final game. And you know what? I just think the way they're playing right now, they don't think they can lose.
Happy flight today. That's what they're hoping for. But 2 good pitchers on the mound. Ryan Vogelsong, who's throwing the ball extremely well, and Mike Fiers will be on the hill for the Brewers. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try the new legendary Buttery Jack from Jack in the Box today. By Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability and resale value. Toyota, let's go places. And by DraftKings.com. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com with the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Enter promo code ORANGE for free entry.
Back here at Miller Park as we get ready for baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. You can see the time lapse. It went from sunny this morning to cloudy and then to the roof being closed. 68 degrees, winds at 15 miles per hour. Humidity at 83%, and there's room. Doesn't quite close that fast in actual time. And yeah, there are thunderstorms hanging around the Milwaukee area. Good job. I like that time lapse. All right, let's take a look at the Giants lineup. They come in with a record of 27-20, and Mike Fiers will face this group. Aoki's going to lead things off, and yeah, he likes Milwaukee. It's Panic, Pence, and Posey. Belt is going to hit 5th. Crawford in the 6th slot. Pagan hitting 7th, and Duffy and Vogelsong.
On the hill today for the Milwaukee Brewers will be the right-hander Mike Fiers. Fiers coming back with 3 days rest because of an injury to fellow rotation member Willie Peralta. It is his 10th start of the year. He's 1-4 with a 4.63 ERA. But look at the strikeouts per innings pitched. 57 strikeouts in 46 2/3. It tells you he has good stuff. And most of his strikeouts are on breaking balls. He's got good breaking stuff. You're going to see a 90-ish fastball, high 80s depending on the grip. He will sink and cut it, but a really good curveball and slider combination. He also will throw a changeup. So he gives you the 4 looks. Lifetime against the Giants, he is 0-1 in 2 games. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Fiers. Starting in the Brewers outfield from left to right, it'll be Davis, Gomez, and Braun. Good arms in center and in right. Sardinas and Ramirez on the left side of the infield. Herrera and Lind on the right side. And Martin Maldonado, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here we go with Nori Aoki to lead things off. We saw when we did the lineups, he's got 7 hits in this series. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a called strike. So we get started at 12:41. Aoki now hitting .320. Shoots this one up the middle. It caroms off of Fiers right to the second baseman Herrera, and that's how this game gets started.
Definitely a bounce that went the way of the Brewers. Ball doesn't hit Fiers in the leg. It's a base hit up the middle.
So here's Joe Panic. Panic 0 for 4 on Monday. Came back and went 1 for 4 in the game last night. And he takes a strike. It looks like Gary Davis is in the I'm going to call strike mode today.
Well, I think he does look for strikes. Jerry Davis, he's a high ball umpire. You'll see more belt high strikes than other umpires. He will give the knees, and he's got some width on his strike zone.
See the rest of the crew. It's Hamari, Little, and Phil Cuzzy from first to third. Hunter Pence on deck. And Panic takes a bit down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. A lot of day games today around the major leagues. This is getaway day for a lot of clubs. Pop back and out of play. Giants on Monday wrapped out 13 hits. They came back with 10 last night. you look up and down this lineup, a lot of 300 hitters. And they can thank the month of May for that. 3-2. They're 4-2 on this trip. They're 13-11 on the road. And they're 5-1 against the National League Central. Panic pops this one back and out of play. It seems like it was another year at another time when the Giants had lost 8 straight this season. This year.
I don't even know who those guys were. Not the guys we're watching now, that's for sure.
And another payoff to Panic, and Panic takes strike 3 call. That's what you're going to get today.
All right, time now for our T-Mobile game changer. Last night, Hunter Pence hit a home run with 2 outs in the first inning off Matt Garza. Estimated distance 439, but it was a loud swing of the bat. And that's our T-Mobile game changer.
Hitting .326. And he wraps this one on the ground to third for Ramirez. And Ramirez throws him out. And that'll end the inning. Brewers coming up. 0-0. Lineup that'll be facing Ryan Vogelsong, the Brewers 16-31. It'll be Gomez, Davis, and then Ryan Braun. He's hot. It'll be Lind in the 4th slot, followed by Ramirez, Herrera, and Maldonado. The pitcher, Fires, is going to hit 8th, and Sardinas is going to hit 9th.
Ryan Vogelsong on the hill today for the Giants. 2011 All-Star, making his 8th start of the year. He's 3-2 with a 4.60 ERA. And when he kicked it in about 4 starts ago, the Giants have won all those games. And for Vogelsong, in those last 25 2/3 innings, he's given up 3 runs. So when he's right, you're going to see a fastball that's low 90s. He will spot it on both sides of the plate with really good consistency. He will sink and cut that fastball. Curveball, slider, and a changeup. Lifetime against Milwaukee, 4-3 with a 5.10 ERA. In Miller Park, 2-0. He's never been beaten here.
So here's Carlos Gomez. And Gomez pops the first pitch up. I think that went through some cables. His Panic is going to put it away.
Wow. That was a big boy pop-up. Let's take a look at the Giants defensively behind Vogelsong today. Starting in the outfield from left to right will be Aoki, Pagan, and Pence, the best arm in right field. Crawford and Duffy on the left side of the infield. Panic and Bell on the right side. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Braun just went up to Gomez and said, "What's he got?"
Yeah. A fastball.
I made that up.
But Gomez is not your prototypical leadoff hitter because he is aggressive and he doesn't take a lot of pitches and he cannot give you a lot of scouting report after his at bats.
Davis hit 2 home runs on Monday. He takes wide. He didn't have a lifetime at bat against Vogelsong. And Braun is on deck.
Good changeup. Sink the fastball, cut the fastball, throw the changeup. Steal strikes with a breaking ball.
Two and two now to Davis, sitting at 245. He's got 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. The first 5 hitters in this lineup, they'll all try to hit one out. 3 and 2. So Vogelsong now has to come into the strike zone. He does. It's lifted down the right field line, slicing away from Pence, and it's a fair ball. Davis is going for 3, and that's where he'll end up with a triple.
Chris Davis continues to haunt the Giants with extra base hits. And this is fair, well, by about a chalk line. And here's where he catches a break. Just slicing one down the line, and he sees early on this is going to be fair. And he's thinking 3 bags right off the get-go. He's got good speed. Never breaks stride.
So here's Braun. Braun with 37 RBIs. That leads this team by a large margin. He's only had 1 hit at 9 at bats against Vogelsong, but the 1 hit was a home run. Went 1 for 4 in the game last night, and this is fouled on the right field line and out of play. See a guy reach that far out, you start to think that maybe you can get one in on him.
He's always had great tight coverage, and you know, you can't just classify him a power guy because he hits for average. I mean, he's the whole package. Thinks well, uses the whole field.
And he runs that inside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And like all good hitters, you know, you have to mix it up. You have to mix location, you have to mix movement, you have to mix speeds. You've got to make good locations, pitches, and you see the success that Vogelsong has had against him. And he really is the kind of guy that can pick apart a weakness for a hitter, and so far he's had good luck with him.
And again, reaching out over the plate and fouling this one into the second row of the second deck, and a guy had it, and he's wearing a Ryan Braun jersey, and he dropped it.
That's not a good sign.
He dropped it.
I'm saying this is a strikeout right here.
Oh, this guy is so upset. One and 2. Out of play again. Maybe at the same guy. Nope.
A lot of kids in attendance today. A lot of school buses out in the parking lot around the ballpark. All right, let's take a look at the play from the Ryan Braun fan. I got it. I got this one.
Oh,
that's rough. That's rough. That's the one you don't get. I mean, Jerry Davis is one of the few umpires that just gives more belts than knees. And it does frustrate you to a degree. When you make a pitch like this, you think, all right, well, that's a strike. Other umpires give it, but Jerry Davis does not. Now, you're going to get belt high pitches with Davis that you do not get with most other umpires. There's 2 pitches in this sequence that Vogelsong has thought he's had strike 3. That'll definitely make a manager take his hat off.
Yeah, when he takes his hat off, he's not happy.
He's also used to seeing a height right around the knees that is acceptable and called a strike consistently. And then all of a sudden you get a guy who's got a higher zone and you don't get the pitches you need, especially in these situations. It does frustrate you.
Got him anyway. How about that?
And he got him with the 2-seam fastball. And starts it on the inside corner, and then the movement just takes it and just sinks it right below the bat head. And Braun immediately turned to Jerry Davis and said, was that a strike? And Davis shook his head.
I wish you would have said yeah.
I think if I'm an umpire, if it bounces 4 times and the guy asks me if it's a strike, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Here's Adam Lynn hitting .262, 7 home runs, 19 driven in. Vogelsong not out of the woods yet as he takes a strike. Well, I'll give Vogelsong credit. Look, he didn't make any enemies with Jerry Davis on 2 pitches. And you don't want to do that in the first inning.
No, you do not. Especially a guy who's been around as long as Jerry Davis. Jerry Davis is a good umpire. His zone is just different than other umpires. You just have to adjust to it.
And that is going to be out of play, even though Buster Posey's coming over. It ends up in Buster's glove anyway. So a quick 0-2 count to Adam Lynn. Lynn does have a hit off of Vogelsong in 2 at-bats, and it was a home run. Off the line at third is Duffy. Crawford shading Lynn to pull. This is headed in our direction and just above us. That's close.
That's as close as we've had this year. It was coming right to you, partner.
And I was not moving. I'll be the next broadcaster to get hit right in the forehead and not even know it. Yeah, 1 and 2. There's an old film clip of Richie Ashburn getting hit. And all you can hear is the audio of Harry Callis laughing in the back.
Well, Richie was watching the monitor, which is what I do. And you don't often see the foul balls come up.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the inning. Buster Posey's going to lead things off. Vogelsong does a good job. It's 0-0. Are the dynamic deals. That means tickets for as low as $8. That's right, $8. Visit sfgiants.com/dynamic deal. Pirates playing a lot better baseball, and they're a very good team. And they have a major star in center field. Buster Posey, base hit over the leaping shortstop Sardinhas. And Buster Posey now with a 1-game hitting streak.
Started a new hitting streak. A little frustrating for Posey last night, who was all set to get one last at bat in the 9th inning, and Nori Aoki got picked off. But here he gets a mistake right over the middle of the plate. Boom! Not gonna miss those.
Happy it stayed in the park if you're fired. So here's Belt. Belt hit a second decker in the game last night, his 5th of the year. And Crawford's on deck. Overshift is on for Belt, and he fouls it off the backstop. This is what a second decker looks like.
Hit it, drop your head. And he knew it. It was way high. Just a big man home run.
Belt goes around. It's 0-2. Could not hold up on that curveball. It's a 70-mile-an-hour curveball.
And he can add and subtract with just about every pitch that he has. Fires has good touch.
High fastball. It's 1-2. Crawford to follow, and then Pagan. Second inning here in Milwaukee. Getaway day for the Giants. They will welcome in the Atlanta Braves tomorrow night at AT&T Park. And he got him as he threw that pitch in on his hand. Here's Crawford. Crawford hitting .299 with 6 home runs, 31 runs batted in. 1 for 3 last night, 1 for 5 on Monday, Memorial Day. And a big curveball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Fires gets that curveball working. I mean, it sets up everything. He had a game last year in San Francisco where he went 7 innings, struck out 9 Giants. The Giants won that ball game, but Fires was fantastic, and it was because that curveball has set everything up.
And Crawford rolls it foul. It's 0-2. This is the line Mike's talking about. 3 earned runs, a couple of walks, 9 strikeouts. Crawford goes around. That's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and is, as you said, set up by that curveball.
He's got a little deception too in his delivery, and it's kind of a similar type of a shoulder dip that you see with Clayton Kershaw. I mean, he really rocks with his upper body and drops that back shoulder before he starts his move home. And then he comes at you with a high 3/4 release.
Here's Pagan hitting at 306. And the first pitch is high. Pagan had the day off yesterday. It was Gregor Blanco who got the start. having to call strike, and what did Bruce Bochy say? Just a maintenance day?
Well, a mental day. You know, you're struggling in an inning in game 1 of the series where he struck out twice in 1 inning, and he kind of got down. And you do that when you're a tired player. So he gave him a day off, and then today he talked to him about hitting down the lineup, and Pagan said, sure, fine, whatever you want to do, Skip.
Lines this one into right center field. That's a base hit. I suppose he's going to stop at second. So Pagan in that 7th slot. He might find out he likes it there. Probably not.
But I like the communicative skills of Bochy, and that's what he does. That's how he keeps a clubhouse running smoothly. He'll talk to a player before he does something. He doesn't just drop a huge lineup change on a guy who's been hitting third. Now all of a sudden he throws him in the 7th spot without communicating with him.
Yeah, he's not a do it and deal with it guy.
No. And we played for managers that were do it and deal with it. I think text messaging has been the greatest thing in the world for managers to communicate with their players.
Here's Duffy. Duffy, a 2-run home run in the ball game last night. And here he takes high and tight. It was straightaway center field, and Gomez, who's very good at taking balls back into the park, almost caught this.
Back measures up, gets up high. I think he may have even touched it.
And a strike on the outside corner.
The one comment you want to have is have the scouts and managers say the bigger the at bat, the better you are. And this is what he's done. Nobody on base, at 259 hitter. Runners on, 339. Runners in scoring position, 429. And he hits 429 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. The bigger the at bat, the better he is.
2 balls and a strike on that pitch up high. Posey at second. Pagan at first. Both with singles here in the second. Brewers going through a rough spell right now, and they'd like to get a win today, a day off tomorrow, and then the Arizona Diamondbacks are in town for the weekend.
And if you're the Giants, you hope they get really hot starting tomorrow.
Yeah. 2-2 to Duffy. Duffy may have been looking for a breaking ball.
Yeah, he was not looking fastball away. Craig Counsell, the manager of the Brewers, just took over the team earlier this month.
Well, there's that hook. So it's 3-2. Now the runners will be on the move. Fires does have a base to play with Vogelsong on deck. And hitting 8th for Duffy. He's going to figure all those things out.
Did not need to throw a strike here.
Duffy waiting patiently, and now he's said, you know what? I'll wait till Fires and Maldonado get on the same page. Here we go. 3-2. Runners will go. And he hits Duffy with a breaking ball.
Time now for our Geico quote. This comes from Carlos Gomez on Duffy's home run last night. He says, I touched it. It touched my glove. I should have had it.
And it might have been a difference maker if he makes that catch.
We've seen Carlos Gomez do this over the years a lot. And it's really a source of pride for him, the amount of home runs that he's taken away over the years. He really is sensational at it. And he almost got another one.
Here's Vogelsong, who's got 3 hits on the year. And he takes a strike. He's 3 for 14. Does not have a run batted in, and he's got a shot for 1 here. Posey at third. Pagan at second and Duffy at first. One ball and one strike. Vogelsong much better even looking at the plate than over the past couple of years. One and two.
That ball right by him. So Fiers gave him a fastball.
And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the second coming up, and Ramos Ramirez will lead it off. Here at County Stadium, the Say Hey Kid. One home run off of Lou Burdett, another home run off of Lou Burdett, another home run off of Seth Moorhead, and another home run off of an old friend, Don McMahon. Mays went 4 for 5 with 8 RBIs. Giants beat the Braves that day 14-4. And that was number 4.
It's not an easy ballpark to hit home runs in either. Especially the left center.
For some.
Yeah, true.
Here's Ramirez. Ramos Ramirez hitting .236, and he takes a strike. 6 home runs, 16 driven in. And the pitch. Breaking ball down low.
Ramirez really had a nice day yesterday with the bat. Every at bat he had was solid.
Here's the 1-1. Out of play, 1-2. Elian Herrera and then Martin Maldonado scheduled after Ramirez. Ramirez stays alive.
Had him reaching. Yesterday, Ramirez had a home run. He walked, had a sac fly, had an opposite field base hit. Everything he hit was just barreled. Even the sac fly was a bullet to right field. 16-year veteran.
Down low, 2-2. Yeah, there's some word that this may be his last year. Hit up the middle. Crawford is there. Crawford will throw him out. And Ramirez got jammed.
Like a backup slider got him, huh?
So here's Elian Herrera. Herrera at 224 with 4 home runs. He's got 12 runs batted in. And a call strike. So we're Gene Segura, the everyday shortstop, is soon to come back, maybe Friday. And Jonathan Lucroy not that far behind him. Lucroy with a broken big toe. How about that?
Yeah, and that is an enormous hit to their team, both on defense and in their lineup, swinging the bats. Lucroy, quality player, all-star caliber.
Strike at the knees, 1-2. Yeah, we watched Lucroy go from a guy that was hitting 7th to all of a sudden one day he was hitting cleanup when the Giants came into town.
And producing.
Became an all-star. On the ground to Belt. Belt's got it on one hop. He'll beat him to the bag.
Another perfectly placed fastball right on the hands. Set it up nice with a little slow curveball to pitch prior, and then he comes right in on the hands with 90-mile-an-hour cut. That cutter has really been a good pitch for Ryan Vogelsong.
Martin Maldonado hitting at 157. And he takes a strike. 88-mile-an-hour fastball, no balls and 1 strike.
With cut, and it's just a little subtle movement that has perhaps a 3-inch break or 4-inch break on it. And it just gets off the sweet spot.
0-2.
Take a look at what he's done with the cutter. April, he was throwing it 15% of the time. He's increased it in May, and why? Well, because they're not hitting it. May they're hitting $167, and in May they were. Early in April they were teeing off, and look at the slugging percentage, just 250 now in the month of May. And it's amazing how one pitch can really turn you around, but it's the way he's throwing it too. He's finishing the pitch. He's finishing all of his pitches. Much better in May than in April.
One and 2 to Maldonado. Got him, and that'll end the inning. 3 strikeouts for Vogelsong. For the Giants, top of the order coming up. It's 0-0.
is brought to you by Joseph Aboud, available at Men's Warehouse.
A nothing ball game here in the third, and the big news is the roof is opening. I mentioned it last night. We go all these towns where the teams with a roof are so intimidated by the threat of rain. That is not the case here.
No, you're right. I mean, they want this thing open just as soon as they can get it open. It anticipated that they'd get it open around 2 o'clock, so about 40 minutes early, which is fantastic.
Well, look, I'm from here, right? So we know how much time we spend indoors throughout the course of a year, like 9 months.
People in Milwaukee enjoy their sunshine more than anybody.
There's a line drive into center field, a base hit.
Oh, an 8th hit in 3 games for Aoki coming back to Milwaukee. Well, did you know that over 12,000 kids who play Junior Giants baseball do not have a glove of their own? Saturday, May 30th is the annual Junior Giants Glove Drive at AT&T Park. Bring a new or used glove or a $10 donation to the game, and you'll receive a commemorative 2014 World Champions pin or a Madison Bumgarner pin. If you can't make it to the game, you can donate online at juniorgiants.org.
That's the key. If you can't make it, just go to jrgiants.org. Here's Panic. Almost threw that one down the right field line. The roof is slowly opening. They only open it up halfway because of the shadow issues here. Aoki with his lead. Thought about going, and the pitch is high. Panic struck out looking in the first. And another quick toss. $11 steals for Nori Aoki. He's leaning. He's going. Swinging a line drive in the left field, a base hit. Aoki's going to put on the brakes because Davis gets to it quickly. That's the beauty of these young hitters for the Giants. Panic and Duffy. They may eat it the first time up, but I'll tell you what, they got a better idea the second time up.
I think that's just a tremendous compliment too, because they think within the game, they think within the at bat, they improve after they see what one at bat gives them in regards to looks with the fastball, movements with the fastball, what breaking balls they're getting over, what off speed pitches they have command of. I mean, they really have good plans.
So here's Pence. Pence bounced out to third to end the first. So Pence out of the box, but quickly back in. In the dirt, 2-0.
This is where Pence sometimes just gets in the swing mode. He knows he's got count leverage 2-0. He's got Posey in the on deck circle, so he's just going to think, I'm going to get something to hit, and he'll be very aggressive. I think he goes out of the strike zone more in 2-0 counts than he does in 2 strike counts.
High down the right field line. Aoki's going to tag. As Braun ends up making the catch. And Aoki's going to end up at third.
Nice play.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster with a line drive base hit over Sardinas in the second inning. So an RBI opportunity now for the Giants catcher. Aoki at third, Panic at first. Buster bounces this one foul. Almost got Aoki, and it's 0-1.
It's okay if it hits Aoki and he's in foul territory. But if you're a base runner and you're inside the base pass and you get hit, you're out. Yep, found the right guy, I think.
Yep, absolutely.
That man brought his glove. He got himself a foul ball off the bat of Buster Posey.
Outside, 1-1 with Belt on deck.
That was always the question you asked if one of your buddies went to a game and he says, yeah, we caught a foul ball. Who hit it?
Who hit it? Yeah. You could make up anything, they wouldn't know.
No, they would not.
1-1 to Posey. One-two. Myers has been able to hit that spot. So has Vogelsong.
If you're a pitcher and you have command of your fastball, like both these guys do in this game today, Jerry Davis is a good umpire to throw to. Because he's got some width and it's consistent. What you get in the first, you usually get in the ninth.
Looks like they're going to come into Buster Posey. Got him. That usually doesn't work with Buster, but it did this time.
Right above the hand. So the strikeout he was pitching for with the runner at third and less than 2 outs, he gets. They set up right above the hands inside corner. And a rare chase out of the strike zone high for Posey.
So here's Belt. Belt can help out his teammate. Belt struck out in the second inning. Again, the overshift on for Belt. Aramis Ramirez is the only defender on the left side of the infield. And a curveball to Belt, and he steals the strike. It's 0-1. And he runs that one inside.
You know, watch this first pitch curveball. You can always tell what a guy's looking for. Watch the front body, his legs, get that foot down, and that's not a plant with that front foot that's looking for a breaking ball. I mean, he was off time. He was looking for a fastball. And the guy's lower body will tell you what he's looking for.
2-1 to Belt as he takes the pitch high and away. Okie at third, Panic at first.
And when you do your homework and you look at video, those are the things you look for. When a hitter's ahead in the count, 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, you look at his lower body, see what his back leg is timed to. Is it timed to a fastball? Is it timed to some off-speed pitch? And those are things you remember when you, as a pitcher, when you go into a game. I mean, it really is a chess match, and you're trying to outthink a guy, try to throw him a speed or a movement that he's not looking for, or if he is looking for that speed, you want to throw it to the right side of the plate. These guys that say they look away and react in a fastball, good luck with that. At the speeds they see up here, I don't think that's even possible.
2-1 to Belt. Belt check swing roller, and Fiers is going to get out of this mess. Giants strand a pair. It'll be Fiers to lead things off. Bottom of the third. Let's take a look at our Togos. Big play the Togos way. Last night, Brandon Crawford saved a run in the 6th inning when he made this diving catch, taking a hit away from Hector Gomez. And if that ball goes through, it's a 5-4 game. And that catch kept it at 5-3. Bell hit the home run, and the final was 6-3. Here's Fiers. He takes wide, 1-0. Fiers, Sardinas, and then Carlos Gomez. No score. Giants with 4 hits in this game. They've stranded 4. This is popped up over by the Brewers dugout, and it's going to be out of play. Fiers is 1 for 13 on the season. And the 1-1. Here it is. Foul down the right field line. Fiers breaks his bat. It's 1-2. Vogelsong in the 1-2 pitch. Foul back, so Fiers making it tough. Throw it up to baseball. Ryan Vogelsong making his 8th start. 2nd on this road trip. And he got him. Vogelsong gets the duty of pitching in 2 tough parks on this trip.
You know, the way he's throwing the ball right now, I don't think he cares. I mean, early in the year, we used to think that all the stars had to line up for him to do well because he just wasn't aggressive with and he didn't attack with the fastball the way he does now. He had to have a big yard. He had to have a big strike zone. Now, it doesn't matter. Very confident pitcher out there in the hill.
Here's Sardinas. Boy, he really used the fastball in Denver. It was fabulous to watch him pitch with that pitch. 1-0. Sardinas hitting .286. Off-speed pitch high, 2-0. Top of the order, and Carlos Gomez on deck. Swing. Ain't going to miss. 2-1.
Boy, I mean, everything about his demeanor on the mound, he just exudes confidence. He works a much quicker pace. I mean, he has 2 or 3 pitches in his mind where he's working ahead.
2-2.
Not nibbling. He's not having 25 pitch innings and a bunch of 3-ball counts. I mean, he's going right after hitters.
Got him.
See you.
5 strikeouts for Vogelsong.
It's a nice time through the lineup. You get 5 strikeouts, 4 by swing and miss strike threes. Do that, you get that umpire behind home plate looking for strikes, anticipating strikes, and that's where you want to get an umpire. There's a cutter, just wrap it right around the corner and just tuck it right in the knees and the base of the strike zone. You can see it. How much of the plate he bites off.
Here's Gomez, who pops it up. Gomez has seen 2 pitches, 2 pop-ups, and that's going to end the inning. Through 3 here at the yard in Milwaukee, it's 0-0. Sportsnet Bay Area to get Game 5 coverage that's going to begin at 5 pre and post in Sportsnet Central. Warriors Playoff Central. Check it out tonight. And good luck to the Warriors. We'll be on the plane rooting for you at about 39,000 feet.
Yeah, rooting hard, I might add.
Here's Crawford. It'll be Crawford, Pagan, and Duffy. Crawford struck out in the 2nd inning. No swing on the appeal.
Bruce Bochy was talking about the odd times and the long hours of this road trip, and he said this is one of the top 5 in his career road trips that had weirdness to it in regards to that.
Out of play.
A night game, then a doubleheader, a day-night doubleheader, and then a weird day game with a 2-hour rain delay. Then you come in and you get a day game, then a night game, then a day game. It's just hard to get a rhythm.
Routine. Baseball is such a routine sport for the people that travel. 2-2 to Crawford. You know, we expected rain in Cincinnati, but we didn't get that. We got a smokestack that went up.
Yeah, there's weirdness in that road trip as well.
And there was rain all over the place in that series, but it never caused a problem. Crawford out swinging for the second time.
Now that's 6 strikeouts for Fiers, and all of the strike threes are swing and miss strike threes.
Pagan singled in the second. And he takes a strike. Pagan dribbles this one foul and got that big curveball.
Fiers has a good feeling. Giants had loaded the bases in the second. They couldn't get the money hit. They had 2 on in the third. They couldn't get the money hit. They've had their opportunities against him, but he's been able to pitch out of it. And it's the strikeout that has bailed him out.
Very high. It's 1-2. Matt Duffy's on deck. Foul back. And you got another one. Outfield straightaway for Pagan. Fiers with 6 strikeouts. Vogelsong with 5. Day game after a night game. Too much Kringle? I don't know.
Too much Kringle.
2-2.
You would be the reason why they had too much Kringle. You brought 8 of them into the Giants clubhouse yesterday.
How'd they do?
Crushed it.
Well, how'd they do?
Well, they won. Maybe it's because you didn't bring 8 more in today.
Probably wouldn't be allowed by the manager. 3-2.
Well, the person who ate the most Kringle was Bruce Bochy. And he was a little sneaky as to how he got it.
Yeah.
He sent you to get it.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Duffy to follow. Hit into left field. But Davis has a beat on it. Here's Duffy. Duffy hit by a pitch in the second.
Look for Duffy to get after this early in the count.
Like that, and it's out of play.
Like that. He sees a guy the first time, a little more aggressive the second time through. And he likes that first pitch because he knows guys are going to come after him and try and get a quick 0-1.
Up the middle. Herrera, not in time. Duffy beats it out. And that'll allow Vogelsong to hit here in the 4th. Good effort by Herrera. I didn't think he had much of a chance at all.
Well, that's significant in that it gets Vogelsong to plate. Let's take a look at the throw. And only the speed of Duffy denied the defensive effort from Herrera. Nice play.
Vogelsong fouls this one into the second level. That would be the level right below us. We got a terrific spot to broadcast games here in Milwaukee. They did a great job with the press box area.
I think it's my favorite.
Popped shallow right field. Can anybody get there? It looks like Braun is. And they'll end the inning. Giant strand, Duffy. And it'll be Chris Davis to bat first.
Authority of the San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Here in Milwaukee, it's a 0-0 ball game as you see the home of Bernie Brewer. Bernie wearing the number 1. We haven't seen Hank yet today. We haven't seen Mr. Barrel.
Giants fan?
He's wearing his ring. See that?
Yeah. Why not? Waited a long time to get that ring. And now he's got 3.
So it'll be Davis to lead things off. Davis tripled in the first inning. And a strike on the first pitch. Vogelsong with 45 pitches here in the 4th. Braun on deck, and then Adam Lind. Tomorrow the Braves, you know, Giants will be at home tomorrow night. First game, I hope it's foggy. I hope it's cold. I hope it's windy. It's just the way we like it when those teams come in for day one. There's a strike.
Oh, let's check it out.
All right. You going to give me the forecast? Is that it?
I am. Tomorrow night's going to be 62 degrees. Right. 10% chance of rain, foggy.
So
low of 52.
You making that up or
no? That's the deal. But I with you. I mean, especially in the summertime.
Davis lifts this one out of play.
When the heat of summer starts to take the Midwest and the East Coast and the South, and then they come into San Francisco, and it's like they're playing baseball in the first week of December. It's
in Chicago.
Yeah. I used to always love to listen to Will Clark come back and tell the stories about what runners would say to him when they get to first base. JT Snow echoed the same stories. how could you guys play here? It's so cold. And they'd say the same thing. Oh, this is a good day.
Cold. Yeah.
It's warm
nice.
today. Hey, it's Northern California. But it is a great home field advantage.
Davis lifts one to right. Pence back. It's starting to carry. Pence at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. And Davis is going to march his way on to third with his second triple of the game.
Second time he's gone to right field with the triple. This guy really has been impressive in this series. 2 home runs, 2 triples. And here's the carry. Pins up. Just hits off the little finger of his glove. He has to be a bit disappointed about not bringing that one in.
So here's Braun, who struck out in the first. Braun struck out with Davis at third and only 1 out. Swing, you're going to miss. 0-1.
Cover. A good one. It is a strikeout situation. It's nothing. It's in the 4th inning, so it's not dire, but he is pitching for it. The one thing is, when you get into the strikeout mode, you don't want to start walking guys.
This is shallow right field. Pence is going to get there. He makes the catch, and here's his throw home, and it's a beauty. So Braun is now 0 for 2 in RBI spots, and that'll bring up Lynn.
There's nothing worse for an RBI guy to leave a runner at third base less than 2 outs stranded. Twice today it's happened to Braun. You always want to let the guy who's got momentum coming to home plate take it. And Pence, who has an outstanding arm, one-hops Posey. And with nobody out, Chris Davis opts to stay at third wisely.
Here's Lynn. Vogelsong struck him out in the first. Only Duffy is even with the bag at third. And that pitch is outside. No swing. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the Giants bring the infield not all the way in, but halfway. 1 ball and 1 strike as he pulled a string on Adam Lynn. A 1-2. Ramos Ramirez on deck. Vogelsong gets the sign from Posey. 2-2. That's where Buster wanted it.
Little elevator with a fastball. But even if you don't get the hitter to to swing out of the strike zone up at that fastball. It does establish the speed of the fastball very well in the eye of the hitter, which sets up something off speed and down in the strike zone. Like a curveball.
Hit on the ground to Belt. Belt's going to come home. His throw is in time, and they got him. Just for a second, it looked like Belt hesitated, but he's got such a good, strong arm, he made up for it.
Well, I'm really surprised that they're going on contact on the corners. Usually you go on contact if a ball's hit back up the middle, and especially when you have a good thrower like Bell. I think he was a bit surprised by it too.
I think he was.
Posey gets himself braced and in position to put the tag on, and that's a gift.
So here's Aramis Ramirez, who bounced out to Crawford in the second inning. And he rolls this one foul, and it's 0-1.
You know, and going on contact implies going on contact, no matter where it is. But you can also stop once you see that ball hit to a corner infielder.
So Lind with his lead at first with 2 outs. And that pitch is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's good battle right here. You got a guy who's throwing darts on the hill, and you got a guy who's very, very hot with the bat, trying to pick up 2 teammates here.
A 1-2
cut, and he just nailed the outside location with that cutter.
Vogelsong and Ramirez teammates for a short while in 03. Just outside, not by much.
A nice pitch, though. Yeah, the regular 4-seam fastball. Just kind of bring it off the plate away a little bit. With the reputation of Ramirez, I mean, he will chase out of the strike zone. Posey controlling the rhythm.
Foul back. So Ramirez chases that high fastball. Two hits for the Brewers, both triples by Chris Davis. Out of play.
Yeah, both times he hasn't scored.
And both times the 3 and 4 hitters were at the plate. So Vogelsong now going to take a breather, and you do so by rubbing up the baseball. Outfield straightaway and deep for Aramis Ramirez, and now Ramirez asks for time. Hit on the ground, foul. So that gentleman got rewarded for not making the play.
It's a funny game.
Well, you got to hand it over, don't you?
Well, you would think.
Well, he dropped it again. It's killing me. It's 0 for 2. Put some pine tar on that ball.
He's 0 for 3. He's not giving it up.
lined off the end of the bat and a base hit. Lind is going to move over to third. So Ramirez with a little broken bat flare to right, and that'll bring up Elian Herrera. Herrera bounced out to Belt.
See the pitch count, 66. Next pitch he throws in this inning will be number 23.
And a breaking ball for a called strike to Herrera. He looks a bit perplexed at the plate, and it's 0-1. At third is Lind. At first is Aramis Ramirez. Belt holding on Ramirez. Blocked by Buster Posey. 1 ball and 1 strike.
See the patch of sunshine out in left field. Everybody on this field, with the exception of the left fielder, is in the shade. And the left fielder, Aoki, for the Giants, they're the only guys that have to deal with sunshine. The shadow's not directly behind him, so he's not really in a time of the day where he needs to wear his sunglasses.
High. 2 balls and a strike. High again, 3-1. Martin Maldonado's on deck. Vogelsong does have a base to play with. So he throws him an off-speed pitch, 3-2. And that's, I guess you can do that, right, with a base to play with.
You betcha. And I don't think Buster Posey has any reservations whatsoever putting down any sign with Vogelsong, but especially in this situation when you've got an open base, you don't want to get predictable to a pretty good fastball hitter.
Vogelsong ready. On the ground and a base hit. And the Brewers take the lead. It's 1-0.
Well, a nice job from Herrera. Three-two changeup, and really not a bad location. Just a good job of standing inside the ball and going the other way. So Herrera shortens up and finds a hole on the left side of the infield. And finally today, somebody scratches the scoreboard. Now an interesting situation with the pitcher batting 8th for the Brewers, and it would be Mike Fiers. They're not going to pinch hit for him, but situation here where Vogelsong just does not have to give Maldonado anything.
And a strike.
Fiers is not a good hitting pitcher. So Vogelsong can really try and pick. Just throw for corners, let your movement run off the strike zone. And if you're Maldonado, you got to think, well, I have to expand. I've got to swing at stuff that's going to be off the plate.
And he taps it foul, so it's 0-2.
Well, that's a guy expanding. That's a guy pitching according to the situation, the way you're supposed to throw it. Now, ideally, Vogelsong would love to get Maldonado so he can start out the next inning with the pitcher. But he still does not have to give Maldonado anything to hit.
One and two. Ramirez at second, Herrera at first. Hit on the ground towards the hole, but Duffy cuts it off, and that'll end the inning. A run on 3 hits, 2 left. 5th inning coming up, 1-0 Milwaukee.
And it is presented by Coors Light. Your special event package will include a ticket to the game when the Giants take on the Pirates, access to a pregame question and answer session in Seals Plaza hosted by Murphy Mack. Ronnie Lott will be there. Sergio Romo will be there. And a limited edition dual bobblehead of KNBR's morning team. Reminder, to receive the Murphy Mack bobblehead, you need to purchase the KNBR night special event tickets. So go to sfgiants.com/special events. Top of the 5th inning here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Giants trailing the Brewers 1-0. And Nori Aoki going to lead things off here. He's had 2 good at bats. He only has 1 hit. Kind of got robbed his first debut.
And here he takes low. He's 1 for 2. 1-0 Brewers. And there's a called strike. Panic Pence following Aoki here in the 5th. Byers has been good. He's pitched in and out of a couple of jams.
Byers has had 1 clean 1-2-3 inning, and that was in the 1st inning.
And a base hit for Aoki, another one.
Stay hot. What a series he has had. That's 9 hits in the 3 games.
Fonzarelli.
Well, he likes what Nori Aoki has done. He's giving him the thumbs up.
The Fonz.
Arthur Fonzarelli. The Happy Days crew. mean, that was supposed to be high school kids from Milwaukee.
Ralph Mouth, he was my favorite. You were a Potsy guy, I know.
No, I
were.
don't do Potsy
No?
at all. At all. Oh for Potsy.
Ralph Mouth, you were a Mouth guy? Ralph.
Yeah, all right. No, I'm a big Mr. C guy.
Laverne and Shirley, come on, they're from here too.
That's right.
Aoki leaning, and now time is called.
When I was with the Cubs, they had a softball game with somebody, I forget, in the Happy Days crew. And the guy that played Potsy had none chance swinging the bat.
So that's why you didn't like him?
That was it. Potsy off the list. He gone.
High drive to right. Braun back. It is out of here. And the Giants take the lead. Clearly not a Potsy swing.
That is not a Potsy swing. That's a Joe Panic swing, and we're going to make it our Ford right choice.
His third of the year.
And second hit of the day. They sit up in the outside corner. This is right out over the middle of the plate, T-ball location, and watch it split the plate. And Joe Panic says, "Thank you."
After Pence takes a high breaking ball.
Yeah, no doubt about that one.
Especially here. Tomorrow night, maybe not. Maybe off the bricks tomorrow night. Pence hits a high fly ball. Is this one in the park? It looks like it is. And it'll be Gomez who puts it away. And that'll bring up Buster Posey.
Take a look at how far the home run from Joe Panic. Is that short, compact swing?
And again, we talked about Panic. He struck out his first time up.
Makes adjustments within the game.
Since then, he's 2 for 2. Posey takes high. Posey pops it up. It's Sardinius at short who's going to put it away. A couple of hitters, Pence and Posey, both disappointed. I think they felt like they had pitches to hit. So here's Belt. Brewers have put on the overship for Belt. And Belt pulls this one on the ground past Billy Hayes. Look at that Billy Hayes. He's got a shin guard on. He's got an elbow guard on. He's got a helmet. I mean, he looks like he's ready to get into the game. There's a shot over the head of the first baseman, Lynn. And Belt is going to cruise into second base with a double.
He dug that breaking ball off his hands. Set up in the inside corner. I mean, that's right where they wanted to put that cutter. That's bent arm swing right through the ball. If you're Mike Fiers, you're thinking, well, I made the pitch I wanted to make. Just a nice job of tucking those elbows in and beating the inside location.
So here's Crawford. Did Billy add anything to his repertoire over at first?
Well, you think if he has a long inning, I mean, he's in trouble.
Swing and a miss.
So all the guys leave their shin guards and toe protectors and elbow pads with them. If they hit around in an inning, he's got to call timeout and give them back their equipment. These are things that first base coaches and previous generations never had to worry about.
Crawford takes low.
I mean, Crawford's got two pieces on. He's got one in his ankle. He's got one in his elbow.
I hope he walks because Billy Hayes is going to be wearing those two. The 1-1 to Crawford in the dirt. Pagan to follow. On the ground. Linda's got it. And that'll end the inning. So Panic hits his third of the year. And when it leaves the park, it's bye-bye baby. Giants now on top 2-1.
Getting set to face a pinch hitter. Mike Fiers is done for the day. It's going to be Hector Gomez coming off the bench. Start things off here for Greg Counsell.
And Gomez takes down low. Sardinius to follow. So Vogelsong now pitching with the lead.
So Michael Blazek, the right-hander in the Brewers bullpen, getting heated up.
And that pitch is down low, so it's 2-0.
Not a real surprise that Fiers would leave the ball game. He came back with 3 days rest because Willie Peralta went down and out of the rotation because of an injury. So he had to fill the spot. So the Brewers are not going to extend him today. I'm sure Craig Counsell appreciates him taking the ball on 3 runs.
Yeah, he always threw the ball well.
He did.
Craig Counsell, we mentioned yesterday, the student body president, now the manager or the principal. Two balls and a strike. Hector Gomez takes high, 3-1. This will be a pitch for Gomez to hit. You would think. 3-2.
Well, he was thinking that. And Vogelsong with a 1-run lead saying, I'm not walking you. Swing it. Went right at him. And he'll probably do the same thing again here.
Payoff pitch. Here it is to Gomez. High fly ball to right for Hunter Pence.
All right, time now for our AT&T U-verse Rewind. We go back to June 26, 2009 here at Miller Park. Sausage race. And remember, Benji Molina almost got trampled by the sausages. Look out, Benji. That's our AT&T U-verse Rewind.
Oh, very funny. Never gets old, that one.
No.
Here's Sardinius. Fouled out of play. There's a fan in the sunshine who made the play. Yeah. I got that one. Foul back on a breaking ball. It's 0-2. This guy had it and he's still shaking it off. And I know what Mike's going to say. Look, if you bring your glove,
you got no problem.
It's not an issue.
You're a hero and she's hugging you and kissing you right now.
You want it? No. Come on, you can take it. No.
I think he's teasing him.
Oh, maybe another shot. Tom's wearing him out. This is the guy that got the last one.
Yeah, he made a nice play.
Outside.
Yeah, he's icing it down, holding his beer.
Using the beer to ice it down.
Veteran move.
I remember walking in the clubhouse a few times, seeing a six-pack on your shoulder.
It works.
Or elbow.
It works.
Get on the ground to Crawford. Crawford's going to make the play. Hey, Skip, I need to go inside and get a beer. What? Well, not actually to drink a beer. I need to put it on my elbow or on my shoulder.
That was the excuse I always said. I always bought into it.
Here's Gomez. 2 pitches, 2 pop-ups. Three pitches and a swing and a miss.
Oh, he's just pulling off the ball just enough. Watch that head get jerked off the pitch.
This time Vogelsong stays away to even the count.
Well, that's what you do when you see a guy do that. And believe me, every pitcher can see it. You throw movement that runs away from him, stand that outside corner.
Up the middle, and a base hit for Gomez. And here's Chris Davis, who's Think about what he's done in this series. In the first game, he hit 2 home runs. This game, he's got 2 triples.
Yeah, 5 hits in total. Five hits and 15 total bases. Check Gomez at first.
And that's what they'll do. He's got 5 steals. In the dirt. Gomez with good speed and his lead being held on by Belt. And a strike as Vogelsong hits the outside corner.
Again, the cutter, his go-to pitch when he needs to get in that strike zone in a 1-0 count.
Braun is on deck. We're in the 5th. Panic's 2-run home run in the top of this inning has given the Giants a 1-run lead. And that pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. 93 pitches now for Vogelsong. He had a lot of pitches thrown in the 4th inning. Two and one. See if Gomez takes off here. It looks like he's itching to go. He does not. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
One of the few times we've seen Davis swing out of the strike zone this whole series.
We're good.
Guys get hot. You go back and take a look at the pitches they swing at, and more often than not, they're swinging at stuff in the strike zone. They start to chase, they start to cool off. It's just the deal. That's how it works. That's the last thing a hitting coach tells a hitter just about every time he walks out of that dugout to get in that on-deck circle. Get a good pitch to hit.
Vogelsong steps off. Two and two. Runner goes. High pop up right field. Pence coming in, still coming in, and Pence will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs a hit, 1 left. It's 2-1 Giants.
Park. Your special event package will include a game ticket to see the Giants take on the Pirates and a collector's edition Will Clark Giants hat. Reminder, to receive the Will Clark hat, you need to purchase the special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
New pitcher now for the Brewers is Michael Blazek. 20th time he's come in, having a nice season. Just about, well, 22 strikeouts at 23 2/3, just about 1 an inning. Blazek has got 4 pitches: fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. But you're going to see a lot of breaking balls. He likes them. His fastball can go low to mid 90s with velocity, and he will too in 4-seam him. But a really good curveball slider combination.
So here's Pagan. It'll be Pagan, Duffy, and then Vogelsong. Good crowd here today. A lot of kids. When we drove in on the team bus, we do see a lot of people tailgating, and it was raining a little bit, but what we saw were a lot of buses and a lot of kids coming out of the buses. Two and 0 to Pagan. And when you hear a lot of kids at the park, it does give it a different sound.
Oh, a higher pitch.
Mostly the upper deck is full of kids. Line drive left field, but Davis is there and he'll make the catch. And that'll bring up Duffy. Time lapse on how the game started. And then, as you can see, this roof here opens up very quickly.
Well, it's very cool because there's 2 halves of it, and they can control each half separately. I don't know of any other roof that can do that.
There's Duffy. Duffy fouls the first pitch back.
Maybe they could do it in Arizona, but this one here is just like a big fan. Very cool how it was designed.
I miss the old park. It's kind of a dump at the end, but I still miss it.
Well, that was the park you went to as a kid.
There's a strike. It's 0-2.
That's where you saw Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, your idol, Joe Adcock, and Warren Spahn. Come on, that was a good team.
Here's the fan effect that Mike's talking about. This opens up like a fan.
Yeah, who can even conceive something like that, let alone have it built?
Not an old ball player, that's for sure.
Well,
one of my favorite memories as a kid, we had friends that had season tickets behind the third base dugout, and the Braves were playing the Mets, and the woman that had the tickets said, "Take a look at the dugout." She gave me her binoculars. She said, "Look at Casey Stengel. It's like the 6th inning, dead asleep."
Well, about 78 years old when he was managing.
Probably that, or maybe even older. But it was a day game after a night game. There's that old Braves jersey. Guys, and also a Chicago Blackhawks fan. Duffy holds up. Did not. I don't know about that one. He might be unhappy with that.
Adam Hamari, the first base umpire, ringing him up. All right, let's take a look from the side. Did he go?
He did not.
I don't think he did either. I don't even think he's out there to the 50-50 area, where half are strikes and half are not strikes.
Here's Vogelsong. Vogelsong is 0 for 2.
It's getaway day for the umpires too, I guess.
Aoki is on deck. Foul, not a play. Second level, 1 and 2. For Vogelsong in the bottom of this inning, he's going to have the big fellas coming up. Braun, Lind, and Ramirez. I do believe he'll go into that inning right around 90-some pitches. There's the fan that dropped the foul ball, and that's strike 3 call, so that'll end the inning. So bottom of the 6th indeed coming up. 2-1 Giants.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Giants with a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning. Well, I was visiting with relatives. How'd this go?
Well, this is going to make Maria Jacinto, our boss, very happy because she loves chorizo. It's her favorite of the sausages, and today it was no contest. Chorizo.
Well, of those 5, clearly the chorizo weenie got the most sleep last night.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah,
even
tough.
for the sausages. Day game after night game. Because, folks, those weenies hit the town.
Yeah, they do. That's part of the job.
Here's Braun. It'll be Braun, Lind, and Ramirez. Pitch number 96 is down low. 1 ball and no strikes.
We were talking about all the kids in attendance today. I tell you what, the sausages all lined up on the start line. This place just started to go. And when they're all done, chorizo, watch out for your lid, pal. There's a technique.
Look, I said it the other night. It's just not good to be a tall weenie in this ballpark.
No.
Braun takes low, 2-0. Braun's had 2 at-bats with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, and he's 0 for 2. Struck out and popped out. However, with his power, he is standing in scoring position. And this is hit on the ground, and now it's going to be Panik to Vogelsong, and a nice play and a terrific throw by Panik. That's a hard play to make for the second baseman.
Well, as soon as Brandon Belt left his position to get the ball, it was going to be a tough play because it was going to involve Vogelsong, the pitcher. You can see how far off the bag Bell is, and it had to be a perfect throw from Panic, and indeed it was.
Panic had to be a quarterback in high school.
Well, he led him perfectly. Ideally, you want that ball to be above the belt, and that's right where it was.
I mean, we know Crawford was because he tells us all the time he was like all state in 3 states.
And almost all coast.
There's a jet that needs to Adam Lynn. Lynn is 0 for 2. He did score the only run in this game. Out in front, Posey coming back. And it's about 3 rows back. I mean, you say it all the time. Nothing lights up a crowd more than a home run or a foul ball in the seats.
Well, it's just so entertaining. A little bit of a fear factor. Everybody kind of gets out of their comfort zone for a little bit, and then everybody's pumped. Nice little adrenaline hit for your section.
One and 2 to Adam Lynn. Lots of power. Tries to hit that spot. He just missed 2 and 2.
He's hitting. He's just not getting it. But Jerry Davis has been very consistent today. He's just not a low ball guy. Not like you see a lot of around baseball with umpire strike zones. For Jerry Davis, you get higher strikes.
Nope. Three and 2. Up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. As Vogelsong had to come in. Well, log on to CSNBayArea.com as insider Alex Pavlovich provides wire-to-wire reporting of the Giants with breaking news, video special features, and more. Only on CSNBayArea.com. Hunter Strickland is up in the bullpen. Here's Aramis Ramirez. Vogelsong now with 104 pitches. So we will see how far Bruce Bochy lets him go. And a flinch by Jerry Davis, and it's 1-0. There's a strike.
You're trying to pound the knees. You're trying to get that ground ball that can get you a double play and get out of this inning.
And Ramirez goes around on the high fastball. It's 1 and 2.
Like he tweaked his back on the swing. Did not look comfortable as he checked his swing.
One and 2. This is out of play.
pitch count starting to become a real issue now with Vogelsong. This may be the last hitter that he gets to throw to.
Short lead by Adam Lind. On a play, Ramirez did this the last time when he faced Vogelsong in the fourth. A long at bat, he finally just poked one off the end of the bat down the right field line for a base hit.
Last 3 innings have been a lot of work out of the stretch for Vogelsong.
Hit on the ground, could be a pair. And it is. And that'll end the inning. 7th inning coming up. Top of the order coming up. Toyota dealer. Vogelsong's been terrific. Fires gave up a couple of runs. The big fly to Panic. It was 2 for 3, and Davis has 2 triples. So Blazek is going to face Nori Aoki. Aoki is 2 for 3. Scored ahead of Joe Panic's home run. And he pulls this one foul. I mean, we're at the point now in this ballpark when Aoki doesn't get a hit on shot.
Well, you go 9 for 12. Yeah, I agree with you. Raise his average from 295 to 326. That's a good 3 days. There's Kosuke, the interpreter for Norrie. It really is fun to have a conversation with Aoki because
hit on the ground to Lynn.
It requires an extra person.
It does. Here's Panic with the big home run in the 5th. For Joe, his 3rd of the year. He now has 17 runs batted in. And he takes a strike, an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1. Hunter Pence is on deck. Outside the pen.
Brian Vogelsong's day is over. As you see Hunter Strickland finishing off his warm-up throws. He will pitch the 7th.
Hit into left center field. Racing in is Davis, and Davis is going to make the running catch. This was the home run by Joe Panik in the 5th. He's hit it in a good spot and put a good swing on it.
Very compact, and as he's proven 3 times now, he's got some pop.
Hunter Pence is 0 for 3. And looked like Hunter was taken all the way, and he takes a strike. Outside, not close. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing, gonna miss. 1 and 2.
That's a good curveball. See why Blazek likes it so much, and he throws a lot of it.
We are in the 7th, and slays off of that pitch. It's now 2 and 2. Full count.
Another breaking ball. And he'll definitely throw a 3-2. Oh, he'll throw the slider. Just doesn't want to give into the fastball with Hunter Pence in the batter's box.
And Pence goes around, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Strickland coming in.
Begins today at 5 p.m. Pre and post and Sportsnet Central coverage on Warriors Playoff Central, an hour before every game, post game and on Sportsnet Central all the way through the playoffs. Roz, Monty, Ratto, Papa, St. J.B. Feldy, and Fareed with the coverage that you expect from the authentic home of the Warriors. Go Dubs.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants. It's time for a change. Think Speedy. Oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Well, you see what Hunter Strickland has done in 2 games since being called up from Sacramento. he has been spectacular. He's allowed 1 base hit, 4 1/3, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. And how's he doing it? Well, mid to high 90s with the velocity in the fastball, 2 types of movement on the fastball, a slider and a changeup, although we've only seen a couple of those.
He'll go after Elian Herrera, who knocked in the only run of this game for the Brewers with a base hit past Crawford in the 4th inning. Here he shows bunt, and Strickland throws a strike.
Call it a changeup. It really is a split finger fastball, but it is an effective off speed pitch. And he'll set that grip in his hand before every pitch, whether or not he throws it. That's another thing, but he'll set it so he doesn't tip a pitch. And there it is.
One ball and 1 strike. Maldonado on deck. In at third is Duffy. Good pitch from Strickland at 94, 1-2. Foul, and that pitch down and in, and Strickland got a little extra on that one, 92nd. I guess it's in there.
Well, indeed it is. And you know, when he's throwing with good mechanics, you're going to get more velocity, which is where he's been since the start of the season. I mean, he lit it up in Sacramento, and he's got some new toys. He's got some new pitches that he believes in.
Two and two. Softly hit to Crawford. 1 out. So Herrera disposed of, and here's Maldonado.
Jonathan Broxton, the big right-hander, heating up for the Brewers. He will pitch the top of the 8th inning. Michael Blazer's day is done.
Gerardo Parra is on deck, so he would pinch hit for the pitcher. So here's Maldonado. And on the first pitch, Strickland challenge, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Down low, a breaking ball. Dodgers and Atlanta will go at it tonight, and Atlanta will get on a plane and head into San Francisco. Way outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Strickland very deliberate, not in any hurry to make this pitch.
Came at him with a fastball on the outer half of the plate, so it's now 2 and 2. Vogelsong started, and now Strickland. Vogelsong with a strong 6. Got him.
Ooh, 98. Knee high on the black outside corner with a little movement running away. Nice pitch. This is pure power with a perfect location. And you add them all together, and that adds up to a rough at bat.
So here's Parra. Parra hitting .289. Cannot crack this starting lineup.
And that's a 2-seam fastball with 97 mile-an-hour velocity. You can do that. You've got a great arm. End of argument.
Parra takes a strike, or at least it sounded like a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 35,208 here today. It's Kids and Senior Citizens Day. Perfect.
Who do you think's making more noise?
Well, the kids are making more noise. The senior citizens are spending more money.
Oh, good changeup. Nice 1-2 pitch. Or 1-2 punch with the fastball followed by the changeup. Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Line to center field. Pagan will put it away, and that'll end the inning. 8th inning coming up. Posey, Belton, Crawford, 2-1 Giants. .2015 with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. You get live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, and a whole lot more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet. It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants. And it's time for a change. Think Speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts. It's Jonathan Broxton making his 19th appearance. He's 1-1. You can see the ERA a bit high, but only 4 walks, but 19 strikeouts. He's a big fella. He last pitched on Sunday, and he pitched a perfect 9th. So Broxton to face Buster Posey. And Buster gets the fastball and he fouls it straight back. Buster Posey singled in the second, then he struck out in the third, popped out in the sixth. Got that average right at 305. Swing, you're going to miss. So Buster behind 0-2. He's only faced Broxton twice. He's 0 for 2 lifetime. And that pitch is in the dirt.
I think Broxton really has thinned out. I mean, there was a time when he would pitch in the big leagues over 300 pounds when he was with the Dodgers. I mean, he's a big guy anyway, but he really has changed the way that he conditions himself when you compare it to his early years in the big leagues, which is pretty much par for the course for a lot of guys who hang around the game a long time.
This doesn't work that way as broadcasters. That's fouled on the right field line, not a play.
And Broxton can still run it up there pretty good. I mean, he can get it up there mid to high 90s. Throw a cutter, a curveball, slider at you. I mean, he's give you 4 different looks.
Posey on the ground sharply to Sardinez, and he will throw him out. And that'll bring up Belt. Belt doubled over the head of Adam Lind in the 5th inning. Belt with that base hit, 1 for 3. And a bit outside. Overshift on for Belt. And a strike. Evens the count. 8th inning here at Miller Park.
Sergio Romo getting ready to pitch the 8th inning.
Nope. 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, you see the way that the Brewers are playing defensive in the infield. I mean, that's definitely played a pull. But yet Broxton just pounding one side of the plate. The outfield pretty much straight away in defensive Belt. And you can see the hole between Ramirez, the third baseman, who's literally playing in the shortstop position, is wide open down the third base line.
Belt fouls it back 2-2.
And the way they're pitching Belt with just power fastballs on the outside corner, if they miss off the plate away. I mean, that's the kind of pitch you're going to take down to left field. So in essence, I mean, they're kind of pitching away from the defense that they set, which is an interesting equation in itself. Maldonado wants the first breaking ball of the sequence.
Got him.
And that's an 89-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
Well, stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live. You get highlights, reaction, and analysis. It's all coming up after the game. Here's Crawford. Crawford 0 for 3. And a strike right on the outside corner. Pitch way inside to Crawford.
Well, the World Series champs are here. Or his name could be WS Champs. I'm just saying.
Just outside to Crawford. Roxon took a long look in.
Sunny day. Up there having a cold one, watching ball. Fans are going. So many little elements that are very cool here in this ballpark. And for a while, there's a lot of criticism about this ballpark that they didn't put it downtown. But the Brewers insisted that the thing that was of great tradition here is tailgating. They didn't want to give up the expansive parking lot areas where people could come and tailgate. We drove in today, and what were they doing? Tailgating, even when it was raining. Not a problem.
Crawford fights that fastball off.
When you were a kid, you came to County Stadium. Did you tailgate?
I didn't even know what tailgating was until I came here as a player.
But your relatives all tailgate.
Well, they tailgate now, yeah.
So how many brats get cooked out there in that parking lot every year?
Can you imagine?
Millions.
How many left there? And that's a strikeout to Crawford. Roxon strikes out 2 here in the 8th. 2-1 Giants. On KNBR, and I'll talk about the game with Murph and Mack on KNBR 680. The sports leader. Jump around time. It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants. Sergio Romo is now. It's time for a change. Speedy oil change and auto service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
So Sergio Romo going to come in for the 23rd time. 0-2 on the year with a 3.94 ERA. Romo's had a very solid road trip.
Here's Sardinhas. He's struck out and he's bounced out to Crawford. And Romo starts him off with a fastball inside, 1-0. In at third is Duffy. And this pitch is a called strike. 2 runs on 8 hits for the Giants, a run on 6 hits for the Brewers. Giants have stranded 7. The Brewers have left 4. Hit out to left field. Aoki on the move now in the sunlight, and he's going to make the catch.
Well, he had to go a long way. They played him short right on the line and just gave him the left center field gap. And he really hit it away from the defense. And the problem with this play is that as Aoki was going out, he started in the shade, and then all of a sudden, boom, he comes into the sun. The sun is an issue now as you see the shadow behind him. It is time to put those glasses on, and he needed them.
Yeah, Pagan right there.
It's a big first out.
Here's Gomez. Gomez is 1 for 3. He's had horrible history against Romo. And he's going to try to bunt his way on because his history's not good.
Well, I mean, he might do that with 2 strikes.
We talked about it last night. 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts.
And that's a guy who just doesn't see him flat out. Almost no dot slider is not the normal slider.
Tries it again, and it's 0-2.
I'm telling you, he may do it again in 2 strikes. You can't hit a guy. Try and bunt him. I watched Johnny Bench do this when Bruce Sutter first came into the league with the Cubs, and we were playing the Big Red Machine, the Cincinnati Reds. Johnny Bench tried to bunt in a 2-strike count against Bruce Sutter, and he said, I had no chance the other way. That's the only chance I had. It would not surprise me to see Gomez try and bunt here.
You're right. And they're going to let it roll foul. And Gomez is out. It had some spin on it, so good call. Better shot of letting it roll foul than to try and throw him out.
And I think that was the only play that Buster Posey had. There's the spin as it bites. Now it works its way towards the foul line. And just does creep foul, and that goes as a strikeout. You can see the frustration from Gomez.
Here's Chris Davies. Davis is 2 for 3. Swing. You're going to miss. 0-1.
And if you're Sergio Romo, that's the ultimate compliment. A guy who's got great power like Gomez, basically conceding, I can't hit you, and trying to bunt 3 times on me.
Well, it also takes a confident player to do what Gomez did. Oh, and 2. Not sure I agree with trying to bunt with 2 strikes. A deep breath from Chris Davis.
You know, as a player, that's one of the things you tell everybody on the bench. You know what? I can't hit this guy. I'm going to try and bunt him 3 times.
Low and away. 1 and 2.
Did you ever feel that way against somebody?
Well, look, I bunt it all the time anyway, but I never tried to bunt with 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Outside 2 and 2. So Davis works it from 0-2 to 2-2. with Ryan Braun on deck. Got him, and that'll end the inning. 2 strikeouts here in the 8th for Romo. 9th inning coming up.
Our player of the game brought to you by Honda, and we think that the Giants' second baseman Joe Panik steps up in a 1-0 ball game with one on and does this: provide all the offense for the Giants with one swing of the bat, a 2-run homer, his 3rd of the year. He is our player of the game, brought to you by Honda.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Francisco Rodriguez, the new pitcher now for the Brewers. 17th time that he has come in. He is their closer. He has 8 saves on the year. He's been perfect in that regard. 19 strikeouts against 3 walks. 0-2 with a 1.13 ERA. Low 90s velocity. Big curveball and a great changeup. And he'll throw anything at any time.
And Pagan lifts this one high and foul and out of play. Pagan is single, flied out to left, and into a line drive to left. There's the holder of the baseball. Down low to Pagan. Pagan 2 for 4 lifetime against Rodriguez. And one of the 2 hits a home run. In there for a strike, 1 and 2.
And that's the changeup. And he gives you so much motion. I mean, he's kneecaps and elbows and every part of his body's flying at you from 14 different directions, and then he really sells you that a big fastball is coming and it never gets there. And that's the changeup of Rodriguez.
Hits this one on the ground. That's a fair ball. Pagan is going to go for 2, and he's going to make it. Just a seeing-eye ground ball right over the bag.
That's a 2-hit day now for Angel Pagan. He didn't take a big turn around first. It's almost like he ran a straight line thinking it was going to get caught by the third baseman. Just a high fastball. Now he's thinking right here it's going to be a play. Right on the chalk line. Third base umpire Phil Cuzzy making the call. But despite the straight route to first base, an easy take a second for Pagan with his speed. Pure strikeout situation now for Rodriguez to Duffy.
So we'll see what Duffy comes up with here in the ninth with Pagan at second. Bounces this one slowly to short. Sardinez is going to make the play, and Pagan moves over to third. Doesn't matter how you get the guy to third, just so you do it, and that's what Duffy did.
Well, when you have a lot of speed at second base with Pagan, I mean, the rule of thumb is always if the ball's hit in front of you, you go back to second. But when it's slowly hit, like it was, medium ground ball, the speed of Pagan is going to take away any idea of a play from a shortstop to go to third. So it was a productive out.
So now Gregor Blanco is going to hit. And the Brewers will play the infield all the way in. So they're at the cut of the grass. And Blanco takes outside for a ball. Let's see what Blanco has done against Rodriguez. 1 for 3, a double.
Well, and as we said, with nobody out, runner at second, a pure strikeout situation. Same thing here. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Rodriguez going to pitch for the strikeout.
Almost a quick pitch.
He did. Seeing more quick pitching around the league now than we've seen in a long time.
It's become very popular now. Blanco hitting .271, an RBI opportunity here in the ninth. So it's 3-0.
Blanco not helping him out. If we're ever going to put a squeeze on, this will be the time, simply because you're trying to get a guy a good pitch to bunt. You got great speed with both Blanco and Pagan.
Three and one.
And you could say a 3-1. Blanco a good bunter.
High fly ball to right. Struck very well. Out there is Gomez. He's going to make the catch. And Pagan is going to score easily. It's 3-1.
Great at bat, Gregor Blanco. He worked the count in his favor. Had count leverage on a 3-1 count. Looking for something up. Looking for something he could get in the outfield deep enough to score Pagan, and there wasn't even a throw attempt from Gomez. That's how good that at bat was. And that's a huge run.
And that'll bring to the plate Nori Aoki, who's 2 for 4. It gives Santiago Casilla just a little bit of a cushion. Here's Aoki facing Rodriguez for the very first time. Slaps this one foul past Billy Hayes. Sent that ball to a group of boys that were all lined up.
And the tallest one got it.
0-2 to Nori Aoki. And he stays alive. That's the one that if you're in the on-deck circle, if you're sitting in those first 5 rows, look out. Scott Wickersham heads up down there. So Scott right there with his wife Michelle. We'll see Scott at the Giants dugout store at the ballpark. He's the man.
He is the man.
He's the one that gives you, as we said last night, that 1% discount. It was 2 last night, but we mentioned him, and now it's 1.
Yeah, begrudgingly he gives you 1%.
Scott knew that they might open up the roof. He brought the shades. Oh, and 2. Out of play. Orioles got his average up to 324.
Well, he's not going to want to leave Milwaukee.
He's not. Pokes this one, and it's Sardinius who makes the catch. Trying to work on that magic one-do, and here in the 9th, it didn't work. Brewers coming up. Giants lead by 2. Pre and post game coverage and Sportsnet Central coverage of Warriors Playoff Central. You can see it right here at 5 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. So check it out. Good luck, Dubs. Get them tonight. 3-1 Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change unit from repair experts.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be their closer, Santiago Casilla, who has 13 saves on the year. He's 4-0 with a 1.37 ERA. For Casilla, 19 strikeouts and 19 2/3 innings. He'll get a low to mid-90s fastball. And he's been throwing hard. His last several outings, he's been mid-90s consistently. 2 types of movement with a curveball, a cutter, and a changeup.
And he's facing Ryan Braun, who's 0 for 3. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Braun lifetime 1 for 3. Couple of walks, couple of strikeouts. And a strike, so we'll settle everybody down. A ball and a strike. Not sure that was a strike in the first inning, but I'm okay with it.
I'm okay.
Tap foul. It's 1-2.
Well, he's feeling it. Suppose he wants a cutter on the outside corner.
Got him.
And that's exactly where Casilla delivered it.
So Braun is gone, and here's Adam Lind. Lind singled in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Ramos Ramirez on deck. The Giants with an overshift on. Panic playing in shallow right field. It's no balls and a strike. And this is popped above us and out of play. It's 0-2. Outside, 1-2.
Just kind of a giveaway pitch. That didn't really set up a whole lot. You got to throw the ball wide away. It's better to be down around the knees than up around the letters or shoulders.
Got him.
But that's the pitch you wanted to set up, the back foot breaking ball. And Lind retired. Hard snap, kind of away from the target. Maybe they were trying to go backdoor with it, not the back foot, but hey, turned out to be a great mistake.
So here's Aramis Ramirez, who's 1 for 3. And he looks at a pitch down low. 1 for 6 in his career against Santiago Casilla. Down low, 2-0.
Just 1 strikeout too, which I find a bit odd. But you really can't classify him a strikeout pitcher unless he's pitching for the strikeout. That's when he tries to get you that way. Other than that, he tries to put you on the ground. And that's what that 2-seam fastball has done for him.
3-0.
From here on out, it should just be straight challenges. And that's what the run that the Giants scored at the top of the 9th allows Casilla to do. Just challenge here 3 times.
He gets a strike. It's 3-1.
And again. Nothing cute or clever here. It will just be a fastball challenge.
Three and 2. Well, Ramirez, trying to do the right thing, trying to get the tying run to the plate.
Well, you're right. I mean, he knows that they need base runners. A couple takes there, but he'll take no more.
Hit out to right. Hunter Pence coming over. Hunter Pence is there, and that's the ball game. So the Giants come into Milwaukee and they take on a struggling team, and they end up sweeping the Brewers, and they end up with a 5-2 road trip. So in a road trip, Mike, that was very odd time-wise and rain-wise. The Giants end up with a terrific trip.
Well, they really did, and I think it was a testimony to mental toughness. And Bruce Bochy says the top 5 weirdest ones he's ever been on. And through it all, and through all the distraction, they played great baseball. And they took advantage of a team that was missing their big boy, Jonathan Lucroy. They caught him at the right time, but they took advantage of it.
So the Giants win this one. Here's your final. It's the Giants 3 and the Brewers 1. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live. That's going to start right now.